And here we are, folks. So in this video, we're talking about how much time it takes to get started with self-publishing. Okay? Well, this is another one of those typical questions that we get through our consultants or maybe in the comments on our video content, and so on and so forth. So, is that okay? Fair enough? Now let's see together inside this video, how much time does it take? So, assuming you're starting completely from scratch, so you're discovering today what self-publishing is, so the business of selling books that you don't have to write yourself on Amazon. So I repeat, for those who haven't seen other videos or other content, what we do as self-publishers is simply use books, content written by others, and today in 2025, it's written by artificial intelligence. Because what we used to do before was to use writing companies or freelance writers found around on the internet, very simply on Google, rather than on Fiverr or on Upwork or other platforms. Today we use artificial intelligence. So, a person who wants to get started. Today, let's say to start earning the first 100, 200, 300 euros a month or dollars, depending on where you are. Maybe you live in America, you want to earn dollars, so your reference is dollars. You live in Italy or Europe, and your reference is euros. But just to be clear, not 100, 200, 300. So to get started, why not start tomorrow? And in 30 days, make 15,000 euros a month. Every now and then we come across these situations where people say, I'm starting from scratch. I want to start today to create an online income. How much do you expect to earn? At a consultancy level, they are therefore asking what the objective is that a person wants to achieve. I want to earn 5,000 euros a month, guys. Take it easy. This is what they say around here in the province of Milan. Skishy, okay? Why 5,000 euros a month? Go look it up on Google. Or why not also use artificial intelligence? Ask what tasks pay. Do they pay 5,000 net euros a month? So, I noticed managers of multinational companies, not of Pinco Palo SPA, in the province of Piacenza, okay? So, lawyers, professionals, okay? Important. So, be careful. Pay attention when you're setting your expectations. Be a little realistic, okay? That's why I tell you how long it takes to start earning your first 100, 200, 300 euros a month. First of all, they're not trivial. Because, for example, 500 euros a month, that's 6,000 euros more a year. Okay? It's a nice vacation in the Maldives. Plus, things you otherwise couldn't do, for example. Okay? So, before we get into it, I just want to say that I'd like to earn 10,000 euros a month to start. You get it. Wow, 10,000 euros a month. So you want to earn as much as a member of parliament just to start? Scenario? Okay? Make sure you don't get fooled, because then you go around and they promise you that you'll make 10,000 euros in the second month, right? After you've just started, okay? So, how long does it take? No, getting back to the main topic of the video. Let's say you're starting today. Hey, you've never even heard of self-publishing, so you don't really know what the business model is, which basically consists of in 4 or 5 key steps. 4. So identify the topic on where to go to create our product. So the famous market research. So what's the marketable topic? 1. I believe the product. So a book. And I have it written by others like artificial intelligence, writers or whoever, like a cousin who's great at writing, for example, you do it. Cover and description included in step number 2, so in the creation of the product. Step 3, you publish, you launch the book, so we get our first reviews. Last step, this one, to further boost the sales of our digital products on Amazon, our little books. It's about doing advertising to reach the next step, the one where you start to see significant numbers. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, a few days ago, I received a message from one of our students who you will definitely find. He will publish the dashboard in the group then you'll see it. We will publish on our social channels. He earned $15,000 in December, for example. Okay. So, there's huge potential. He didn't make it. Entering the month before the course, it took a little time. Normal, right? Now we'll see it in this video. If you're starting from scratch to begin generating that first income, you need to start understanding what it's all about. These 4 steps, these 4 stages. I don't know. I mean, we have the course, for example, for our private students. They have access to the lessons. They have access to the Zoom sessions. You want to take, I don't know, 20, 30 days, 15, depending on how much time you have available to go check out the lessons. Okay. Meanwhile here, they build buildings as if there were no tomorrow. Okay, not dumb. So take your time at least to understand what it's talking about. I mean, do you want to buy a cafe? And it's not like you start right away making cappuccinos and earning money. Do it. A period of training with the previous manager. When you take over a business, for example, right? Okay, so here. In the same way, you need to start understanding, first of all, what it's all about. So take the lessons and watch the course. Then there are those who are quick, those who have their own pace. There are those who work 12 hours a day, so they can put in an hour a day. Some can put in 20 minutes, some half an hour. This is a business that, once it's up and running, really requires less than half an hour a day for maintenance and oversight. Because when the books are up and running, what you actually go to check is the performance of the books. On Amazon, eventually make some adjustments. One of the adjustments, the optimizations that you usually make on digital products, for example, what is it? That between 1 year and the next, if on the cover you've written cookbook, Mediterranean Diet 2024, and we are approaching the next year, 2025, what you do is go and change, for example, on the cover, you'll put the year 2025. You will do a product update. There are nothing strange. So it seems to me that this type of maintenance, maybe update the description. You see that if you maybe put a different bonus inside the book to encourage sales, maybe trying in another one, it works better, so update it. Make these little changes, then it gets better. Continuously product. Now, if you see now, there are competitors who earn more because they have that particular bonus, that specific feature of product maintenance. But this is maintenance. Furthermore, achieved the goal you've set for yourself. So within 15 to 20 days, about a month for those who have less time, you start to understand what we're talking about. After that, for those who are our private students, they have access to our software, including the software that writes books with artificial intelligence and our algorithm bit, okay? What does the owner do? It writes the book for you. Also, I know you might be wondering, but if we all write a book on that topic, will the books all be the same? No. Why? The software has been designed specifically to continuously vary the content within the books generated by the software itself. So there's no risk. It's actually inherent in the architecture of how the books are built, and among other things, the questions that the software asks you before it starts writing the book. So, for private students who have access to the software, they write the book in less than half an hour, 15 to 20 minutes. So, it's already a time saver. It's not insignificant compared to what was happening when I started back in 2018, when you would go to a writer or a writing company and they were needed. For example, 30, 40, 60 days, plus any additional time for book revision requests. Because maybe the book wasn't exactly how you expected it to be. Inside, you wanted that extra chapter that talked about that specific moment, and you would send a revision request, another 10, 15 days. What doesn't happen with artificial intelligence, with the software? Because you get the book, the 20 minutes and half an hour. If you want to do a revision, the revision comes back in 5 seconds. Clearly, because everything is under control. If you don't use software, you do everything by hand. We still have students who want to do everything by hand, and it takes them 15 days. They create the book using artificial intelligence. They do copy and paste. They modify it. They not only check it themselves, but they might not speak very well. English, they translate it a bit. Okay? Another topic that we'll cover in a future video is, do I need to know English to do this business? A little spoiler, no, but we'll talk about it in another video. So, with the software. 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, at most half an hour without software, you do it yourself. Okay? 10, 15 days, a week, 20 days. It also depends on the time you have available, because if you have to get your hands on it directly, okay, we need it. The type of material isn't just about pressing a button. And the book comes out with ChatGPT, with cloud, rather than with the other artificial intelligence models. Okay? Especially if you have a writer do it for you. So just forget about the issue of minutes and days, and let's move on to weeks, if not months. Okay, Lukas. Software, scenario software. We have the book ready right away. While I'm recording this video, we're at about 10, 11 minutes of video. Theoretically, the book would already be ready to publish. Not only because the software also creates the product description, specifically written in copy. What does that mean? In sales copy, copywriting, therefore created precisely to be persuasive and incentivizing the purchase from your potential customers. Then you create the cover, the cover, generally depending on who you're targeting. After doing the brief, it's called an outline brief. I mean, what you want to be put on the cover, so put me the badge that I wrote. 2025. Write to me that there's a bonus inside, put this as a subtitle, put this as a title. I want an image of tomatoes and pasta and salmon. For example, I don't know, I'm just making it up. 4 days, okay? So, software scenario, let's take a step back. 20 minutes for the book in 3 to 4 days. The cover arrives when I have it in hand. I publish these materials on Amazon. Now we're already at the step. Number 3. Okay. Step number 3. So potentially, if the work is done well, you could already see some sales coming in for your book. Clearly. Because your potential customers can go and buy your book in bulk. It's important to have some reviews. And this, I've already explained it in all the free events I've done. There are different ways. There are various groups. Free Facebook methods to get to the paid methods. To do this, of course, as always, as I mentioned in the video that talks about costs, what is free requires an effort in terms of time. But mainly time. Yeah, it's not even about capability, because going on Facebook groups isn't really a requirement. This great ability, so definitely in terms of time, it's required because you need to go on the groups. Talking to people, chatting is compatible. Otherwise, less time means more money, obviously. This has always been the case in the business world. So, there are these 2, 3, 4 methods that I've already explained several times. Facebook groups, I turn to visibility services that have a pool of readers who read the book. And if the book is well done, but they are all well done, we've never had any problems from that point of view. As of today, it's been 1.5 years since we've been making books with artificial intelligence, or the method of using Facebook ads. Here, now to explain in the video while we are walking a little more. Hard to explain, but I also explained in this case inside the free course, in the free events, we do from time to time, when we have time to do them. With one of these 3 methods, we manage to get the reviews. So, positive social proof. Usually we take 15 days to get the reviews in. We said software scenario recap when we're at the step 3. Half hours, 20 minutes to make the book, 4 days. To get the cover ready and publish. The book is published. And 10 to 15 days to get the reviews in. If we have published the book on a particularly profitable topic, where there is not a lot of competition. I have, for example, students who have published on niche's particular topics, who earn $3,000–4,000 a month without even having started. So Amazon, without even pushing further on the product sales thanks to advertising, okay? It's clear that the use of advertising, it helps, encourages, and pushes sales even more. So if I'm making $3,000 a month without advertising, why not add advertising and boost sales to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month? So here, it's up to you to decide. It's clear that the more you go on niches, topics, and areas where there's competition, the more advertising will be needed. So this is where the game is played. As for whether I should do it or not, advertising, besides the fact that if I earn 1,000 without advertising, or I earn 500 with a book without advertising, and I want to reach to 2,000. There, guys, you decide. I invest more in my book, but I wouldn't even put it among the expenses. But I do. Among the investment items, okay? I invest $500 in a month in advertising. Instead of earning 500, I will earn 1,500. So I will have a higher return. From this book, okay? From this little book. So as far as timing goes, we're finally there. It's just a matter of a few minutes to write our book. We said 15, 20 days a month. It depends on how fast you are at taking the course and doing a bit of training, right? Because, how do you do anything that you've never done before? But even if you come from different backgrounds, guys, we have different students. Oh, but I already know everything. Well, how much have you earned so far, knowing everything already? 0. So you don't know anything. Because if you didn't know, you were earning. Okay? I'll show you where we are. The haters will know exactly where we are. Don't worry, guys. Malox. You see the Malox being passed to me. So make sure you have stability and training, especially for those who will enter the advanced courses. We have very few spots available each month for our students, also because coach Zoom. A certain level of commitment is also required from us to support people and help them reach the goals we guarantee with our programs. That said, take your time to look at the courses, to educate yourselves, to get the updated information. But after that, it's just a matter of minutes to create your booklet, okay? After that, you need to do the cover. Go ahead and do the launch. So we said 10, 15 days. And then where is the live available? So we're talking about a total, probably a month and a half. Okay? I challenge you, I know. A month and a half is a long time, huh? Girl, let's go back to the previous point. So you want to earn as much as a politician in one night in the span of 30 days? Okay. This will be the topic of one of the upcoming videos about how much I can achieve, in what time, so how quickly I can start earning on Amazon. Here too, little spoiler, the first few €100, guys, we already have quite a few students who are starting to generate them. We have the history to say that they are starting to generate already in the first 90 days. Okay? Then you want to do it, of course, because I know we all want to get there. Me too. I wanted to get there with the goal. €10,000 a month? Maybe you won't make them in 60 days, 90 days if you do it in 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. Is it a problem? Between never doing it and doing it in 12 months, right? Okay. So I would say that it's not so bad after all. In the meantime, we're going for a stroll along the waterfront. I don't know if you'll have time to see it because we're almost at the end of this video. So it's a matter of a month and a half to get started. To get started and do all your nice little things and get to the market with the books. And then in one of the upcoming videos, we'll definitely see whether this English is necessary or not for those who don't speak it. And especially in how much time you can start expecting earnings from selling the little books on Amazon. Okay, guys. So, that said, I'll see you in one of the upcoming videos. Be good. And for those of you who are more forward-thinking, we'll see each other inside of WePublishing. Hi, guys.